Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today is another day, and today is 8th episode of how to find forex setups every day. How to find forex setups. So we have previous episodes, episode 1 to 6 or 7, and now today is the 8th one. I've decided to put this kind of videos here so that you guys who are out there who cannot afford any education and maybe you want to be able to trade for yourself and you are confused where to enter or where to buy or where to sell, then you can watch these videos and at least know how we professional traders we trade from home. Okay, if you also want to join my mentorship program, fine, you're always welcome to join my mentorship program, or you can just watch my YouTube videos here and maybe you can get some knowledge from it. Okay, so today's another day. I decided to put it here for you to see. So when I wake up every morning, the first thing I do is go to forexfactory.com to check for any news update. Why do I do that? Because in the forex market, we are trading currency pairs. Currency pairs is moved by fundamental analysis in the long run, but in the short run, if you want to make profit from currency pairs, you trade the chart, the technical analysis. But you still need a little fundamentals, for instance, the news updates, okay, to be able to spot, okay, this currency pair, there's going to be news on this particular hour, which means that when you trade that particular currency pair, you have to be very, very careful, because if not, it can whipsaw your account. You have to be sure that, okay, the time you are trading, there's not going to be any red news. So you go to forexfactory.com every morning. When I wake up, I go to forexfactory.com. I scan the market to see, I scan all the news to see, okay, if there's going to be any red news or there's not going to be any red news. If there's going to be any red news, then I don't trade that particular currency pair at that particular hour. Okay, per the time frame you're also trading also matters. So for instance, if you know that at 11 o'clock per local time, you're going to have red news per to the euro or red news to the Canadian dollar, then you don't trade the Canadian dollar or the euro pairs during that particular hour, unless maybe the news is over. Okay, but aside the red news, the other news are okay. So be careful when you're trading. Don't trade when there's red news. Okay, if not, the market can just take you out. The market can just sometimes take you out, and after it take you out, reverse your position, and then you regret it because the market becomes erratic when there is news. Okay, so I go to forexfactory.com to check for any news updates. The next thing I check is to check my currency trend meter. As you know, I always trade with my currency trend meter. People don't know how to use this indicator. They think that the currency trend meter will tell you when to buy or when to sell. Actually, in trading, indicators are not supposed to tell you when to buy or when to sell. They are just supposed to give you idea of the market. They're supposed to give you idea of what is happening in the market so that you, as a professional trader with your knowledge, you can make analysis with the indicators. So without wasting much time, let's go to the chat and let's see what we can cover. Before you go, guys, today I've remembered, please, if you are new here in this channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I always forget to tell you guys. So please, if you're new here, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor, just hit the subscribe button and like the video, okay, so that it also help the algorithm to push my video through, okay, so that people will just get this knowledge here you're also enjoying here for free. Just let them also be able to access the video. Okay, so let's go to the chat and let's see what we can cover for this video. So looking on the currency trend meter today, as you can see, we always trade using what? The H4. So the H4 is our time frame. We always trade using the H4 because H4 is a parent time frame. We are trading H1 and we are trading M15, which means that the higher time frame ahead is what? The H4. So we always look for the currency trend meter on the H4. And as you can see today, this morning when I took this screenshot, the switch was strong. Can you see? This is switch. The switch was strong, and which is weak? NZD. Can you see? NZD is weak. NZD is weak. So what can we merge? We can merge the switch with the NZD. Switch NZD. What else can we see? We can see that the USD is also strong. I like merging the top two and the bottom two. Okay, the USD is also strong. So we merge the USD again with the NZD. So we can say NZD USD. USD. What else can we merge? The same USD can also be merged with the JPY. Can we see? The Japanese yen is weak. This is Japanese yen. So we can say switch yen. So you can say switch with the Japanese yen. You can also merge the USD with the Japanese yen. So USD with the JPY. So we are merging the top two and the bottom two, okay? The strongest with the weakest. But we can also merge the ranging market. You can also say, okay, let's look for ranging market. So I decided to look for ranging market, which is USD and the switch. Both of them are strong, which means if you merge USD and the switch, you are going to get a ranging market. So you can say for ranging market, you can say USD with what? The switch. We are looking for ranging market for this particular one. We are waiting for a point where the market is ranging, and then when the markets come back to any of those zones, we enter our sell or our buy anywhere. So we are looking for a ranging market. That's why we are selecting this one. But these ones are all for trending market. So NZD switch, NZD USD, switch JPY and USD JPY. We are looking for trending market. So before you even open the chart, you notice that this market will be trending like automatically. But on my chart, my broker does not offer me NZD switch. Okay, my broker does not offer me. I don't know why. My broker does not offer me. So we will not find NZD switch chart, but you can find 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I screenshot to show you. So the first chart I looked at was, as you can see, NZD USD. Can you see NZD USD? And it was on H1. And what can you see right now? You can see the market is trending down, right? So market is trending down, and it was 10th April, which was holiday. So people were enjoying themselves, Easter holiday. But I was looking at my chart, okay? Because I couldn't go out with my kids. My wife said they are going to visit her grandma, so they went, and then I was waiting in the house, okay? So I just decided to trade. So I was waiting for the market to come back to this side. As you can see, what strategy is this, guys? Can you tell me? Support, 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 breakout, right? So when there was a breakout, I was waiting for the market to retrace back to any of this zone. I thought here would give me a signal. Here did not give me a signal. I thought the market was retracing back to this zone to give me a signal, but I waited. The market did not retrace back, which means I could not take any trade on this particular chart, okay? But assuming there was a trade, let me explain to you again. Assuming there was a trade, I would have taken the trade here. Can you see? Support, 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 and there was a breakout. So you either wait for the market to retrace back to the zone, give you confirmation pattern, and then you take the trade down. But I waited. The market did not give me any confirmation pattern, which means I could not take any trade on the NZD USD chart. Though the market was trending, beautifully, trending down beautifully, but I could not take any trade. Why? Because the setup was ready, but what was missing? Yes, who can tell me? In trading, you look for what? The chart, the setup, and the last one, the entry. The entry was missing. The entry was not there. There was no entry, which means you cannot enter any buy or sell at this particular moment because your setup is ready, breakout continuation is ready, but your entry is missing. So I couldn't take any trade on this chart. So on the NZD USD, no trade. The next chart we look at on the currency trend meter, as you can see, was the switch yen, the switch and the JPY. Can you see switch yen, and we are on the H1. So when I open, as I told you, the market will be definitely trending because you are merging the strongest with the weakest, right? And as you can tell already, we are definitely going to have a trending market because we are merging the strongest with the weakest. So why did I take this trade? As you can see, this is where I entered the trade. This is my log. Can you see my log? Can you see? That's my entry. This is my exit. Where is it? Yes, it's here. This is my exit, which means that I entered here and I exited here. Can you see? I entered here and exited here. Why did I do that? Because I saw a morning star pattern. So I placed my buy order here. It triggered me in, and my stop loss was here. Stop loss was here. Take profit was here. So always I say you risk 1 to miss 2. Okay, risk reward must always be what? 1 is 2. If you are risking $100, you are always supposed to make what? $200 before you leave the market. Okay, $200. Very simple. if your account is very small and you are risking $50, then you are supposed to make what? $100 before you leave the market. Let's say you are trying your system. You want to test how your strategy is going to be. So you want to risk $10, which means you must also make what? $20 before you meet the market. Before you leave the market. If your account is bigger and you're a raw trader and your account is bigger and you have about $500 to risk, then you risk $500, you make $1,000. Very simple. Always risk reward of what? 1:2. So always wait for your setup to be ready. So what was the setup? This was what? A bounce setup. This setup is a bounce because the market was trending upwards. Can you see that? The moving averages are in sequence. These moving averages are what? The next chart we also look at was the USD yen. Remember, the yen was weak, USD was strong. So because the Swiss yen was a winning trade, the USD yen was also a winning trade. Why? Because they were correlated. Okay, you can see even the chart looks similar. They were all trending, right? This look a little different from the other one, but they were all correlated. But what gave me actually more confidence to take this trade was that despite the fact that it was having higher highs and lower highs, aside that fact, what made me more comfortable to take a double correlated trade? Actually, it's not advisable to do that, but what made me comfortable to do that was I saw here there was support area. Can you see? Support area. So I realized that, okay, if there's support area here, then it's very difficult for market to trace back. So per my strategy, I decided to enter here. Where is the log? Can you see my log? So I entered here. Can you see, guys? The same pattern, but look, this one look a little different from the other one. The same morning star pattern. So I entered here. My stop loss was here. My take profit was here. And as I always tell you, risk reward of what? 1:2. So the other one was a win, and this one too was a win because they are actually correlated. And it's not advisable to take correlated trade. Just that I was more confident because of this particular area of support. So I was more confident. So it was giving me more confluence. That's why I take correlated trade. If they all lost, they would have all been losses. Okay, but this one, thank God, they were all win. So far we opened 4 charts and we have looked at 3 of them. One did not give us any trade. 2 of them gave us very good entries. But this is also the range one that we took. Remember the range one, the switch with the USD, because both of them were strong. So if they are strong, what are we looking for? We're looking for an area where the market is making ranging, and then when the market comes back to any of these zones, we take the trade. Remember, yes, that's exactly what I did here. But it was a losing trade. Why was it a losing trade? Because I can't tell, okay? You can't tell what the market may do next. Every day you're going to have some losses, you're going to have some winnings. But let me teach you the strategy so that next time when you also see the same thing, you're able to enter. We want 3 touches. So 1, 2, 3. So assuming on Friday I did not trade because Friday was Easter and I was with my family. Assuming I traded on Friday, I would have entered my buy signal here and I would have taken my profit here. But not trade on Friday, which means Friday all these things happened and I was not around. But today when I woke up and I was trading, I realized that the market was too rangy, so I wanted to enter here. Can you see? I entered here. I sold here. I wanted to sell for the market to come back down so that I will take my profit here. Can you see? But when I sold, my stop loss was here. The market went and took me off, so I was out of the market. Can you see? So the market was still coming down, but still I was already out, which means it's a losing trade. Okay, a losing trade. So I was out of the market. So this trade was a losing trade. But put the setup in your head. What are you looking for? Support. 3 support areas. Even 4, 1. Assuming this one also came around, you should have made it 4. After I get this, you just draw your horizontal lines. And when the market come back again to any of the zones, either here or here, you could have also taken the market here. Could have also taken the trade here to ride the market down. Okay. But here or here, either of them, you can still enter the market. This market has played, so you can see how it reacted. But sometimes you can't tell how the market is going to react. Sometimes the moment you enter, the market just goes straight in your favor. Sometimes the market will just play around and become some thing before it goes to your favor. Sometimes the moment you just enter, but you see a very big movement. So you can't tell where the market is going to go next or how the market is going to behave next. But all what you care is that what the market hit your profit target or hit your stop loss. After you hit your stop loss, you're out of the market. you do not worry yourself, okay? Because you can't decide what is going to happen in the market. So guys, as you can see, it's not every time you're going to have all your trades to be winning trades, okay? And it's not every time that when you open your chart, you're going to get all the charts to trade. Your purpose is to get at least one trade or two trades, because as a day trader, you're not just looking for one big trade that will change your life. No, you're looking for a sample of trades so that at the end of the month, if you're able to get enough sample of trades, then when you take away your losses from your wins, you become profitable. That's how we do business as day traders. We don't take $10 to $100 million. No. So if you don't get trade to trade, don't get sad or don't get bored. Or if you open your chart and get only one trade, don't get worried. Sometimes I can get one trade, sometimes I can get two trades, sometimes three trades. I take maximum of 3. Okay. I remember sometimes I took 4, but it was against my rule. I always take what? Maximum of 3 trades within a day. If I get even 5 trades within a day, I'll select for the best trade that I just want to trade. So as you can see, you can't always get winning trades. You can get losses and you can get wins, but always make sure that when you lose 1 hour or 1. Maybe if you are risking $100, you are risking what? $100. If you are winning $200, which means 1:2. Your risk reward is what? 1:2. R means risk. Risk reward is of 1:2. So always make sure that when you are winning, you win 2. When you are losing, you lose 1. Let's say you are a small guy, you are a small trader. You can just afford to lose $50, which means that when you lose $50. But anytime you win what? $100. So let's see, for instance, this chart that I got 2 trades to be wins and 1 to be loss, which means the 2 trades win. Assuming you're a small guy and you have $100 win, right? And 1 loss. When you take the $50 from the $200, you are still profitable, right? Let's say that day you even got 2 losses and 1 win. You are still breaking even, right? Because 1 win got you $100, 2 losses got you $100, taken away, balance, you are still breaking even. So that's how trading is. Trading is very, very easy if you know what you're doing. If your account is a little bigger and you can risk $200, it will be cool, okay? Which means when you risk $200, you are making $400. So if you are, for instance, this particular trade that I took, if you are to win all the 2 trades, which means 2 trades give you what? 400, making $800. When you lose, how much do you lose? You lose $200. So the one that was a loss, $200, taken away from the $800, you still make profit of what? $600. Why? It's because our risk reward is what? 1:2. So in trading, risk reward is very, very important, guys. It's not just about the chart. Trading is not just about the chart, guys. Risk reward is very, very, very important. So always make sure that you get a very good risk reward, okay? Good risk reward of 1:2. Don't take something huge and don't take something less, okay? So always make sure that your risk is always consistent, okay? Don't be changing your risk reward. For instance, if you want to risk $100, I like to use $100 because it gives me easy calculation, and also you that listen to me, you can also grab the understanding very quickly, okay? So let's say you want to risk $100. Make sure that you always risk $100 to make what? $200. You don't risk $100 when you're feeling comfortable. The next day you don't feel comfortable, you risk $50. The next day you feel very extremely excited, you risk $500, and then you end up losing your money, guys. You can't do that. Be consistent. If you pay your capital, you think, okay, $100 is enough for me to risk. Always risk $100. You can only change it when you take enough sample of trade. Okay, I'm done with this sample. I've taken about 50 trades, taken about 100 trades within 3 months. So because of that, I'm now changing my risk reward. That's how we do business, guys. In forex trading, you must be very, very careful. If not, you see it to be very easy. It appears deceptively easy. Forex appears deceptively easy. You might think it's easy because you see me doing it easy. I'm doing it because I have experience to do it. If I say do the same thing, you make petty mistakes, and these same petty mistakes are going to whipsaw your account for you to blow your account. That's what made the difference between a profitable trader and a non-profitable trader, because profitable trader knows what he's doing. Non-profitable trader is just roaming about, just doing anything else. So please, you cannot always get a winning trade. You might get some wins, some of them will be losses, and then you take it like that. Because at the end, definitely, if you get even half of your trade to be wins and half of your trade to be losses, you're definitely going to be profitable with risk reward of what? 1:2. So I think we've covered a lot. So that'll be all. Keep this trade setup in your mind. Anytime you open your chart, you also find them. You also trade the same thing, okay? But be careful. YouTube video alone cannot make it profitable. Read books, guys. Read books, or attend a mentorship program, or just read books. Keep reading. Books contain a lot of knowledge, okay? This is just a concept I'm teaching you here. If you don't have the background knowledge to become profitable, they can become profitable. Unless you have background knowledge, then you build on top of it what I'm teaching you here. So that will be all. This is Seth Over as your mentor. I hope you've liked and subscribed. Please, if you've not done that, just like, subscribe to the channel, okay, just to help grow the channel. Okay, so see you next time. Bye.